Hi guys, it's Kayla and I'm here with my 2020 bullet journal setup. I'm really excited to use a bullet journal for 2020 and I've spent time setting it all up, so I thought I would share it with you guys if you are also using a bullet journal for the new year or thinking about starting one, just some ideas for you to set it up. My first page, just super simple, 2020, didn't want anything too crazy. On to the next page. On the left-hand side, I have an overview of all the months and days of the year. I always like to quickly look up what day of the week a certain day is, so I just wanted this on one of my first few pages. And yeah, super simple. It says 2020 on the top. And then on the right, I have my goals page. I didn't like how I did it before, so I used some washi tape to cover it up, and I used those gold stickers to write out goals, and I really like how it turned out. And then I have a list for what I will achieve and resolutions. I'm making a whole video where I talk about my goals and resolutions for the year, so stay tuned for that. And then on to the next page. On the left-hand side, I have an overview month by month, so this is kind of like all the days of the year, but I wanted one that's just blank per month so I can put in all the major things I'm doing each month, like different travels or major events that I just want to keep track of. So yeah, I've just left it blank. Obviously, once I have more solid plans throughout the year, I'll fill it in. And then on the right side, I have my 2020 travel, and I kind of did all these different circles to like draw little pictures or fill in with all the places I've been this year. Hopefully I can fill out all these circles. On to the next two pages. These are both trackers. On the left, I have a social media tracker. I just want to be able to track my progress on all my social media accounts throughout the year. I don't really like how you could see the circles from the last page through this, but we will make do. On the right, we have a spending tracker. I'm really trying to stick to a budget in the new year, so I thought if I wrote down each month how much I've spent on all these things, that it'll help keep me on track. Obviously, some things will always be the same, like rent or Wi-Fi. Those prices stay the same, but some of the other things will fluctuate month to month. Next up, we just have a couple of blank pages. I wanted to give myself some wiggle room in case I wanted to add in any more pages for the beginning section. So I just left some blank. Even if I don't end up using them, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Now on to the start of January. This is like my January overview. On the left, obviously it just says January 2020 to start off the month. And then on the right side, we have every day written out of the month. And this is how I kind of track what's going on. If I have any events, if I have any appointments, my like paydays, things like that. I find this setup works the best for me to just have one long list of all the days and kind of write everything out that is most important. Next up, we have my affirmations page and gratitude log. For affirmations, I decided not to fill it in because I feel like affirmations are super personal and like are applicable to you. So I always like having a list of my affirmations, and I think I'm going to change them up month per month. So this is just for January. So come up with some affirmations, positive sayings that kind of boost your spirit. I like to read mine every morning after I do my morning meditation. And then on the left side, I have a gratitude log, just so I have a space to fill in every day something that I'm grateful for or a good memory from that day. I think that'll just kind of boost my mood throughout the year. Now on to the next pages. On the left, we have my habits. I have meditate, journal, stretch, read, Duolingo, workout, water 80 ounces, vitamins, 1 second every day, and my daily gratitude. These are things I want to just kind of incorporate more into my life. Some of these are my resolutions for the year. Obviously, some like workout I'm not going to do every single day, but I thought these were the habits I wanted to track the most throughout the month. And then on the right, we have a content planner. I think I'm going to use this more as a brainstorming, so I can list different video ideas or blog post ideas for January, for the beginning of the year. Obviously, I have a list for YouTube and a list for my blog. So that's kind of the overview of those 2 pages. Now moving on to my weekly spreads for January. We have the first week of the year. I kind of made it New Year themed with the yellow, gold, and black. I always do my weeks Monday through Sunday just because I always plan like my Saturday and Sunday together, and then Monday is kind of a fresh start to the work week for me. So I always do my weeks Monday through Friday. Since the first was on a Wednesday, did it Wednesday through Sunday. I don't think this is the best week that I did, but I do like how it turned out, and I like that I did theme it for the new year. So that's the first week. My next week is pretty simple. I just did a line across the bullet journal for each day. This is the week of January 6th through 12th. I think I'm going to go in and add a number on each line all the way on the right side of the line. I feel like it needs a little bit more, and that way I will have the day corresponding to each day of the week, if that makes sense. Yeah, like I said, just a simple week, but this gives me kind of more room to write things down in. And then jumping into the next week, I don't really like how this one turned out. I did a January calendar up in the top left corner, and then I just did a cursive block for each day of the week. Don't really like how the writing turned out. Don't really like how I only did the first few letters of the week, but we will make do with how it turned out. This spread, honestly, is probably my favorite. I really like how the boxes turned out for each day. I really like how the January looks in the top left corner with the days. Again, Monday through Sunday layout, kind of the gist of things. And now onto my last spread. This is also one of my favorites. I just kind of like how my cursive came out, and I kind of like the by January in the bottom corner. This is obviously not a full week. I want to kind of keep the days connected to the month they're in, if that makes sense. So this just has Monday through Friday, and then I did a next month tab to take up more of the room. Overall, I think my 2020 bullet journal setup and my January spreads turned out pretty well. Like I said, there's a few that I'm not super happy with, but I'm learning to not be a perfectionist and just work with what it turns out to be. I think bullet journaling takes a lot of practice, and I know if I stick with it throughout the year, I will get a lot better in my writing and like my doodles and things like that. So I'm determined to stick it out and get better. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave any comments down below, and subscribe to my channel if you're new. If you would like to see more bullet journal and planning videos, let me know, because I would love to show you my spreads each month, and it'll motivate me more to actually do them and do them on time. So yeah, let me know if you'd like to see that. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.